your flipping of fingers to the camera, you are hereby issued and final warning. Tolanibaj, you have 10 seconds to leave the Big Brother house.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Okewumi and this is the Big Brother Naija review and updates live on the Wumi's Talk Show. So today I will just go straight to the point. I will be telling you what happened before the eviction, after the live eviction, and during the live eviction. You don't want to miss any of this update, so stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. So today started off with Darling giving their scoreboard for week 5, rating Wathoni and Ebuka 10 points for using their Darling product, Lucy and Tolanibaj 8 points, V and Nengi 4 points and 2 points, and Dora 0 points, and also Prince 8 points, also 2 points, Tricky T 10 points, Prince 8 points, Kid, BrightO, Lakon 4 points. Now, to the viewers, this scoreboard seems to be very partial because we all know that Prince is like one of the fewest guys in the house that utilizes Darling products by making the female housemates hair, and also trying to, he's very creative. He works, he does all the styling every Sunday, and then they gave Prince 8 points. So people were angry, the viewers were upset, and then Darling said they would work on it and see what they can do about it. So apparently this afternoon, Tolanibaj and Ebuka were having a conversation, and Ebuka was telling Tolanibaj how she has made up with Kid and how they were able to settle their issues yesterday. And then Kid came in the conversation and she was like, Kid, see, don't make my friend cry again, because if you do, I will beat you up, and highest, I will get disqualified, I will go home. But I know that Ebuka will win and bring the money, and when she brings the money, we are going to share the money. So take note, my friend must not cry because of you, that kind of thing. And they were all laughing together, and their conversations went off. Now, after the whole conversation, the housemates had a fun time this Sunday afternoon. Usually every Sunday evening the house is tense, they're thinking about the live eviction, but today was a different ball game. The housemates had fun, they played games. They were talking about the last reunion show, they were talking about their tasks for the week, how they performed, and how funny Kiddwaya always does during his task, and they laughed about so many things. And after that, they went into the garden and they played fun games together. That they laughed together, they played together. It was so exciting to see that these housemates, they removed their mind for once from the eviction and decided to play it all fun. But obviously something happened after that.
Ebuka,
Yes, Big Brother.
you are hereby issued a strong and final warning. You are hereby issued a strike.
I know you might be asking yourselves, what did these two people do again? Well, that's why I'm here to tell you what they did. So apparently earlier this week, Big Brother played a clip for the housemate to watch. When somebody has offended, I think that's the new style. Every Sunday they call the housemates together in the lounge and play whatever is the offense for you to see what you did wrong. So apparently in the clip we saw on 2 different occasions where Kid and Ebuka were flipping a middle finger in the camera they were flipping their middle finger to the camera. And according to Biggie, it was disrespectful. They purposely and deliberately, it was disrespectful not just to Big Brother but to the viewers for them to do that kind of thing. And he said on the first occasion they did it the night of their strike, that is after they got their strike last week Sunday. The evening of that Sunday, that was when they flipped their middle finger at the camera, both of them. And he decided to let it slide because they were just getting off a strike, so he did not want to punish them again. But then it appears that Kiddwaya repeated that same act not too long the next week. Yesterday actually. He also did the same thing, pointed his middle finger and flipped it to the camera. And Big Brother was offended. He said it was disrespectful, and that if you're going to be in the Big Brother house, you cannot be rude to Big Brother? Like, are you trying to like say, oh, middle finger for you, Big Brother, for the strike he gave us or something? Like, he found it very rude and he punished them, and so he gave Erica a strong final warning. And I feel like at this point, any little mistake that she makes to break any kind or any form of rule, no matter how little it is, she's out of the Big Brother house. She's going to be disqualified, because this is a strong final warning from Big Brother to her. And also, Kiddwaya was issued a strike, so Kiddwaya has 2 strikes now, and one more strike, he's going to be disqualified from the Big Brother house.
Tolanibaj, you have 10 seconds to leave the Big Brother house.
Okay. I feel like with Prince, he's a little bit hard to understand. I think he requires a lot of patience that I don't have.
Wathoni, you have been evicted. Please leave the lockdown house immediately.
Next housemate to be evicted from the Bbnaija lockdown house is BrightO.
Wow!
So guys, don't think Ebuka did not shake tables. He actually did. But I want us to deal with the live eviction and the people that were evicted before going into the tables. He shake. Okay, so tonight I was expecting a different twist, because they already said they were going to make a twist tonight, but I wasn't expecting some of the housemates that left the house tonight to actually leave. So Tolanibaj was the first housemate to be evicted tonight from the Big Brother house, and she is the 7th housemate to leave the Big Brother house this season. And when I heard Tolanibaj's name, I was surprised, I was shocked, and I was disappointed that of all the times that Tolanibaj was making it to the bottom 7, was getting to the bottom 7, why today of all days they made it a different twist that you have to leave immediately? Before Ebuka even called Tolanibaj name, the housemate did not know the twist. He now called Kid and Erica, and the whole house was like shocked, like, are they going home? But he told all of them to stand up today, and then he called the housemates that was supposed to be evicted. So after Tolanibaj was evicted, Ebuka interviewed her outside the house. He was talking to her about Prince, what she felt of Prince, and she said, yeah, she knows Prince likes her, but he's someone that is very difficult to understand, and that he requires patience, and she doesn't have that kind of patience to understand someone like that. And he asked her about Neo, and she was like, she's not going to confirm anything, she's not going to say anything yet if Ebuka doesn't tell her what tell her the conversation that Erica had with Neo. I'm still coming to that, guys. So actually, after Tolanibaj was evicted, Wathoni was followed closely, being the 8th housemate to be evicted in the Big Brother Naija house season 5. And after Wathoni was evicted, I'm not shocked by Wathoni's own, because definitely I was even expecting her to leave before Tolanibaj, but as it appears, she left after Tolanibaj. And after this, Ebuka looked like, okay, that was the end of it, and the show was over, and they all sat down relaxed, and okay, Tolanibaj and Wathoni were the evicted housemates for the night. But Ebuka did not stop there. He went ahead to call the 3rd housemate that will be leaving the house tonight. And you guys, it was no other person than your own Lord Baelish, BrightO. Guys, this one shocked me die, because first off, I didn't know that it would be 3 people that will leave the house tonight, and now the 3rd person has to be BrightO. Like, when I saw the chart of how people voted, then I knew that this show is definitely unpredictable. Now guys, from how the viewers voted, we can see that BrightO was like the least of the, but it was at the least, and followed closely by Tolanibaj, Wathoni, and then Lucy. And it made me wonder that this show is actually unpredictable, because Tricky T was up, he was on the bottom 6, and he was up for eviction for 3 good weeks. And now today, that it was through how the viewers voted that they were going to go home, Tricky T was nowhere to be found on the bottom 6. Like, I feel that guy has grace. He's lucky, he has grace, he has everything. Because for him to even top Kiddwaya and Lucy, and he's no longer on the bottom 6, means change from this bottom six. This bottom six like is a shocking bottom six for me, because Neo is topping the list, and then Kiddwaya is on the bottom six, Lucy is also on the bottom six, and V is not on the bottom six. I can tell and I can say that from this night's eviction and how the viewers voted, you can no longer predict what is going to happen in the house. So BrightO was evicted, being the 9th housemate to be evicted from the house from the Big Brother season 5. And actually there were 14 housemates last week, and now 3 housemates have been evicted, leaving 11 housemates remaining.
Very well, with the red hair. Same person to you. What's your thoughts on Wathoni&Bright?
In my opinion, it will be either maybe she's holding back her feelings.
Why do you think she's doing
She
that?
really likes him. You see?
Why do you think she's holding back?
Tolanibaj and Neil. No. She did say she liked him, and I just wanted to be sure if anyone else was seeing what I saw.
Okay, for Neil, I thought you would have asked V to be.
Because you said quite a few times to a couple of people saying that she's tried to kiss you a number of times. So that means you might be a distraction. Is that what you think?
Hey. So Ebuka did not come to joke this night. He really, I won't say he shook tables, he shake tables. He broke tables. He shattered all the tables. Because I feel like with what Ebuka have done this week, prepare for war in the Big Brother house. So I'm just going to start with Dora's tables. So Ebuka asked Dora on her thoughts on the relationship between Wathoni and BrightO. And she's like, she doesn't really know so much about their relationship because they don't stay in the same room, and she doesn't know what they do in their room, and she doesn't really know so much about them. And Ebuka was like, so deep down in your heart, are you really happy for them? And she's like, of course, why not? Like, I'm happy for them. Why shouldn't I be? And Ebuka is like, okay, that's like the first table. Let's now move to the hot tables. After that, Ebuka asks also on his opinion of what he thinks about Prince and Tolanibaj's relationship. And he asks if he thinks that Prince really likes Tolanibaj, and also is like he doesn't know, he's not really sure, but Prince and Tolanibaj does the same thing like majorly all the couples do in the house. Like they eat together, they wash together, they do virtually everything together, and so he thinks that Prince likes her. And Ebuka was like, do you notice her and Neo, because she did say she liked him. And also was like, the whole housemates were shocked, like, where is this coming from, Tolanibaj and Neo? Like, and they all laughed, like, like what's happening? Now, this is where the table pieces. Ebuka now asked Erica her thoughts on V and Neo's relationship, and she said she thinks they are cool, and for her in the house, she thinks like they are the strongest couple, that she's even still wondering why Neo has not asked V to be his girlfriend, that for her they are the strongest couple. Ebuka was like, so you think they are the strongest couple? Why did you now encourage Tolanibaj to chase after V? You guys, you needed to see V's reaction, like, what? Oh my god, like her reaction was priceless. She was so shocked and surprised. But I'm like, Auntie, why are you shocked? You did the same thing last week, so why are you shocked that somebody is actually talking behind your back? Well, Erica's excuse was because I actually listened to this particular conversation between her and Tolanibaj, and she was like, well, she didn't say Tolanibaj to chase Neo. She didn't say like the way Ebuka is saying it. She only told her her thoughts. And she said that she was telling her that she liked Neo, and she told Tolanibaj that, but you and V are really cool and your friends, so what are you going to do about that? And Tolanibaj replied her and told her that V told her that I and Neo are just friends, and she said no problem, obviously. And she told Ebuka that obviously V is not her friend and Tolanibaj is her friend, so she told Tolanibaj to go after like what she should go after her heart. She should follow her heart. It's not like she said, oh, go and pursue Neo or go and be with Neo, that kind of thing. Like she didn't say it in that kind of way. And everybody, the looks on their faces, you could tell that they were shocked, they were surprised, and many people did not see this coming. To think that Ebuka was done with shaking tables, he had a lot more in store for us. Ebuka went further to ask Lekon how he feels about the relationship between Kiddwaya and Erica. And Lekon is like, he really doesn't know, but he thinks they are good. And as long as they're doing what makes them happy, he's fine with it. That he really doesn't pay much attention to their relationship. So he doesn't really know. And as long as they're happy, none here. And Ebuka said, but do you think that there is any distraction in their relationship? And Lekon said, no, that he doesn't really know, that no, he cannot say any distraction. And Ebuka said, but you went further. You said Erica tried to kiss you a number of times to a lot of the housemates. And Lekon was shocked. Ebuka father gets me. They look at, okay, so for those who do not understand you, right, like Ebuka has finally gotten me. And he was shocked, he was surprised. Even me, I was like, Ebuka, what exactly are you trying to do? And Lekon was like, it was something that happened actually, that Erica tried to kiss him, but she was intoxicated at that time and she didn't know what she did, and she probably could not remember that she tried to do that. And he was like, she was intoxicated, and so she probably did not remember when. And he was talking about the Saturday night party where she was drunk and she tried to kiss him. So he was like, yes, she actually did something like that, but it was when she was under the influence of alcohol, so she probably would not remember. And Erica's face was like, she was so, I don't know, her reaction was with disgust, anger, and I don't know. It was just a mixed reaction from Erica, and she was quick to confront him. Like immediately, Ebuka said we'll be right back. She said, "Oh yeah, can you tell me when I tried to kiss you? Please tell me, when did I ever try to kiss you?" Like her tone was very upsetting and confronting. And Lekon was like, "Can we not just talk about it now on the show? Like, can't you wait for the show to be?" And other housemates were like, "Now, no, now, not now, not now. You can talk about it later, not now, not now." And she was just like, And so Ebuka also asked Trikiti what he thinks about, what he feels about Nengi and Ozo's relationship. And Trikiti is like, their situationship is a situationship. And he was like, And Ebuka was like, Nengi sees Ozo as a brother, but then she gets jealous. What does Trikiti have to say about that? And Trikiti is like, even me sometimes, I'm surprised, and I don't even know what to think again, because they act like couples. Their actions are like that, that of a couple. Like they do things together, they act like couple. And then sometimes she just randomly says some things, and you be like, like you won't get it, like, is it not the same person that is like acting like they're together? And so he says that in his own opinion, he feels like Nengi is trying to hold back her feelings for Ozo. And Ebuka is like, why do you think so? Why do you say so? And Trikiti is like, because the things that she do, that is her actions, are contradicting the things that she says. Like this, she acts like a couple, she does things with Ozo, she acts like they're in love, but the things she says are very contradicting to the way she acts. And he asked Trikiti that, do you think Kiddwaya is a distraction in their relationship? And Trikiti said no. For what you can think, he says Kiddwaya is not a problem in their relationship.
Starting from 5 p.m. tomorrow, Big Brother will introduce a nomination process for the house. Housemates will be invited into the diary room to nominate fellow housemates. So
new twist alert. For those of you who do not know, usually all the housemates apart from the head of house and deputy head of house are usually up for eviction every week, and then it's we have to vote, and then from the voting list the bottom 4 gets to be nominated by the housemates and they go, except from today where they used the viewers' vote to nominate housemates. Now there's a new twist, and the new twist is starting from tomorrow, Monday, by 5 p.m. The housemates now are the ones that will nominate who they want to be up for eviction, and they'll be called into the diary section to, give the names of the housemates that they want to be up for possible eviction, and then we will have to vote out of the people that they have nominated to be up for eviction. So, guys, it is time. the show, when I say the show just began proper, like it just started. Now, after Ebuka have, broken tables, you definitely know that there is drama, or there's going to be a drama after all this. That was the mood in the house after the live eviction. So guys, after the live eviction, Prince was so down. First off, Tolanibaj left. He was sad about it. He was still brooding over it, crying over it. And then Ebuka brought up the Neo issue. So he felt betrayed. Like, also, all this while he was loving Tolani, was trying to, mend their relationship, she was already thinking of considering another housemate. It really hurt Prince. And so he was just on his own. He was crying. He was bitter. He was alone. He was thinking. And then Neo first came to meet him and said, guy, you be teen, so that kind of thing, you guys move on, all these things. And then Erica came later on to clarify all that Ebuka said. She went on to tell Prince that it's not like we're plotting, or I was trying to make Tolanibaj leave you, because I asked her clearly, like, this one you're going for, Neo, have you broken up with Prince? She was like, since Prince are not in a relationship, then she can be considering Neo. And so it's not like she wanted them to end things, or it's not like she particularly encouraged Tolanibaj. She was narrating everything that happened and the conversation Tolanibaj had together. And after she did that with Prince, she still went further to talk to Neo. And she told Neo that if not that, assuming she wasn't entangled with Kiddwaya, she would have gone for him. But and she said it jokingly, she didn't really mean it. And she was just trying to explain to Neo that I'm not against you and V's relationship, because I know that V will be having another thing in her mind, that I would have loved to go and confront V and talk to V, to explain to V, but I know that V is very rude, and then if she talks to me anyhow, I might lose my temper, and I have just 2 strikes already, so I wouldn't want to do that. So I would like you to tell her for me. I'm explaining to you so that you can explain to her that this is what happened. It's not like I told her Tolanibaj to go after a man. It was because Tolanibaj said that Neo V told her that Neo and her are just friends, and that's why I told her to just follow her heart and that kind of thing, because Tolanibaj is like her only friend in the house. So after explaining to Neo, Neo left, and Nengi and also tried to settle their own. Nengi made it clear to also that she wasn't upset with him that day. She wasn't jealous that day. That the reason why she was upset with him the time Ebuka was talking about, in the question Ebuka was asking Trikiti, was like, sometimes Nengi keeps saying also like a brother to her, but then he does something and she's jealous. So Nengi was trying to clarify this with also that I wasn't jealous that time you pegged Dorothy. That was not the reason for my anger, because she was like, it's also that it's passing the narrative to other housemates that she's jealous, and she's not jealous. That she wasn't jealous, she was just upset with him for another issue, and he related it all to because he pegged Dorothy. So she was just trying to clarify things with Ozo and make things clear with Ozo. And then Neo and V came to visit them in the head of house room, and they were talking about what happened, and they were like, they were just shocked about that Tolanibaj thing, that hey, how would Tolanibaj do that kind of thing? And Neo and V were so grateful. They were just thanking God that they were not up for eviction today, and they did not leave the house. So apparently Lekon, when Neo and V were talking in the room and Lekon was there, they were talking about how they were saved from tonight's eviction and chances of them going home. And Lekon mentioned something like, Erica came to meet him. She wanted to talk about what happened during the live eviction. It was like he doesn't want to talk about that. He doesn't want to talk about it. He told her that he doesn't want to talk about that. She just let him be. That he doesn't want to talk about it and that kind of thing. He doesn't want to be bringing it up again. So guys, I just feel like there's going to be lots of drama, because Ebuka is just saying half side of their stories and of their conversation and they're just going to assume things in their head without getting to know the full details of whatever conversation Ebuka has exposed out. But I just feel like this week is going to be a lot more tensed. There's going to be a lot of drama, because now they are fewer. They're just 11 housemates, and so it's like a small family, a small gathering. And then with all of this inward hate, and now that they have to be the one to nominate who they want to be up for possible eviction, and things are going to be a little bit more tougher in the house. The competition is going to be fierce. And unfortunately, guys, that's all we can take tonight on the Big Brother Naija review. I am Okewumi. And please, guys, before you exit this video, I would like you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Turn on your post notifications so that when I post new videos, you can get to see them first. And also, do not forget to give this video a thumbs up and let me see your comments in the comment section about the housemates that were evicted tonight in the Big Brother house. Have a wonderful day or night ahead. Bye.